me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I couldn't hear you before.
Amazing. How are you?
Got there in the end. Yeah, okay. A bit tired. I haven't slept much the last couple of days because of the new moon, and I think I said to you before, I'm very sensitive to energy. So, like normally, like full moon, I don't normally sleep, but now this year it's been all the time, basically.
Oh, I know.
Yoga meditation helps, but
Keeps telling me to log in all the time. I don't know what's going on
that doesn't
today.
work as well as it used to.
Okay, I'm just going to put a message here to say that you're on. So, yeah, I didn't sleep. I went to bed about 6 a.m. because I was so excited. The show yesterday was incredible. And it was so much fun and doing so much singing. And, it was great. I had someone on from Bath Radio. Yeah, it's not, for some reason, my messages are not showing up now. Hang on, moving on TV. And then I had to get up and do this, and I'm not used to my weak points are early afternoon, that afternoon, because if you don't sleep, you need time to wake up. So I'll wake up probably about 4 or 5 o'clock. I'll start to wake up maybe. And as you say, do you want to talk a little bit while I'm doing this about today? It's the new moon in Scorpio, isn't it?
Yeah, yesterday it was, but it's like still in the same energy kind of thing. Because yesterday I did like I'm not sure it's on my Facebook. Fuzi, one of my spiritual friends, she's done like a yoga course, like a 5-week yoga course leading up to solstice, and the first one was yesterday. It's like a 5-week course, and it's like 2.5 hours of yoga meditation, cacao ceremony, setting your intentions and things. So I set my intentions yesterday with cacao and meditation and then yoga, and then that inspired me to there's so many, as you know, I've been very busy. I've got so many projects and like there was another one called Superman yoga, basically, and that's kind of like the part of the yoga for autism, and it's basically my like a video journal I started in and like a blog I started when I was in Bali last year. And then I didn't do any videos for like a year because I had a heartbreak from my ex. Like I said, I had my ex split up with a year and a half ago, which I thought was a twin flame, but she might have just been a soulmate now. I think she was like
don't get into that. Don't get into twin flame stuff. It does my head in. But anyway, to talk to us today about the connection that you found between yoga and how it's really, really helped you in your recovery. Because we did the big interview. Sam, I don't know if you saw the interview that we did on Moving On TV, but we did a big interview where David came on, and you've got to watch it on Moving On TV, Messengers of Light. David talked about how you were able to let go of medication for autism by doing yoga and the power of now, remember? So do you want to tell us a little bit about that, about your yoga practice, and how did all of that happen? Because we've got different people on today. I'm going to pin you at spot. There you go.
Thanks. I've been pinned. I just wondered, so this is live, and is it being like recorded as well, so people can watch it back after?
Yes, this is going on YouTube, and it goes on YouTube and it goes on Facebook. I'm just going to check now. Yes, we are live. If you just carry on, we're live now on YouTube and on Facebook.
Oh, right, and then people can watch it back later on if they wanted to, because I was hoping to like what better use this for.
Yeah, I was just checking it.
Yoga for autism. Cool. Sorry. I'm just trying to. So I'm a bit spaced out today because I did like a massive yoga ceremony thing yesterday and then didn't get much sleep. It's weird. I'm watching it on my computer on YouTube.
You can see it,
and it's a lag. It's a lag because it's not real time. It's like a I don't know, 5 seconds behind or something.
It
So
does,
it's
yeah,
weird.
it has a bit of a lag, yeah.
So it's like not in sync with me talking, so it's really off-putting. So I'm gonna stop looking at the YouTube now because it's not me in real time. Yeah. So can you repeat the question again? Sorry, I just trying to ground.
Yeah, I just want you to talk about the yoga. I mean, today, for example, I don't know about you, but I'm having problems breathing. I'm having a lot of issues with the heart and the throat chakra. And I say it's new moon. Scorpio is all about endings and transformations and starting again. So we've got like this new, all this new stuff coming in because all the old is going. So how would you do yoga? What's your practice? Do you get up? Do you do yoga? Do you do meditation in order to help you negotiate all of this, to help other people?
Yeah, like yeah, that's like I do my daily yoga practice every day. And I think I actually, like I said, because I did this yoga course yesterday. It was nice to do it in a group setting again. So I've been doing my own yoga practice on my own for like years and years, and I rarely go to like group sessions anymore. Like it's just really don't really get the time, and also because of the lockdown stuff as well makes it difficult. And also that part of why I created yoga for autism is because like I said the last interview about how it helped me get off the medication and drink and antidepressants and everything else. But like also like the yoga really helped me, but I found that normal yoga classes were too big kind of thing. So like there's too many. The yoga teacher couldn't really give attention to each person, especially someone on the spectrum like myself who needed a bit more time, and also that they go a bit too fast. So I needed more time to try to copy the postures, because sometimes it's hard to try to mirror people, and that's why I feel like when you got a static dance and you got to just dance naturally to your own beat and let your soul express itself, I find that's much better than trying to copy people. Like I'm not good at like trying to coordinate my body because of the autism dyspraxia. I find it very hard to try to copy people, but when I let my body move how it wants to move, then it's much easier. So I much prefer just free flow dancing, and that's why I prefer doing yoga like on my own. But that's why I created yoga for autism, because the whole vision of that was to have smaller classes of like 5 to 7 people in the class, and then like one or two yoga practitioners, Wi-Fi practitioners who we train, who are like specialists. So that was the dream kind of thing, and also it was also to come like a bit like a franchise. So people come to do the training, and then they go back to live, go back to where they live, and they open their own Wi-Fi like branch in their local area, and then they can like put on classes, either one-on-one classes for more specific like help in people's homes, or like small group classes, like I said, up to about 7 people in a class. So that was the vision, and but it proves a lot more difficult than I thought, because I'm good at computers and technology. Like I said, I'm building part of the new internet, like I said before, and I can go into more detail as well later on.
Okay.
A lot to cover, but I just kind of like, but I found computers and setting up the website and the processes and doing all that part of Wi-Fi was the easy part, but people was the hard part. People were so unreliable, and especially like special needs, it's even more difficult trying to get a yoga teacher and the parents and the carers all to coordinate at the same time to turn up in a class at this time, and it's always, and they didn't communicate, they don't respond in time, and it's very difficult to try to manage and organize them all. So like the processes and the vision and the public talking I used to do at shows and the marketing, all that was the easy part, and the technology side, but the people management part was just a nightmare. So that was it's a lot more difficult. But,
so can I
learned a lot from that.
Back again, David? You're on Instagram as well, by the way.
Have you got everywhere?
Have you got an Instagram account?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I don't really use it that much. I heard it's quite popular, but I just find it so many social networks. It's so hard to keep up to date with it all, and it's a lot. I've got quite a lot on my plate. So, but okay. I think on Instagram it's just my name, David Ellams. I think it's called. I think it's just my name on Instagram. I haven't logged on for a while though.
Okay, so can I just take you back again, to the question of today, like there's a lot going on. People are fractious. I know this may be a bit nerve-wracking for you because you're live. Okay, so what exercises did you do? Can you show us something maybe? Like you, I'm drinking 3 bottles of water a day and it's still not enough. But do you do breathing? Can you show us maybe an exercise, a breathing or a yoga or something that will help people to calm down and to relax and to negotiate all of what's going on?
Yeah, like
what would you do? I can do
like
it.
Yeah, every day I do my little 20-minute, half-hour, well, yoga routine, and it used to be with qigong as well, but I stopped doing that because I didn't have time to fit the qigong, yoga, and meditation in. And that's the thing. Before I was doing all 3, but because I was working flat out on my projects, like trying to get them going, like especially our world, it took up so much of my time. I started just doing the yoga, but now I set a new commitment to myself of self-love, of like making time for myself, because I was getting out of balance. And now I'm going to start doing my meditation and qigong every day as well. And that, because it's basically it's like, I watched a video on it's funny you mentioned, but what do I do? I've actually filmed loads of videos of myself in Bali showing what I do.
You're frozen. Sorry, David, frozen.
Right.
Someone was saying, do you do online classes? My 15-year-old nephew is autistic. He does a bit of meditation. Would it be great if you could do online classes? Somebody is actually asking if you do online classes. There's a question here. That's interesting. Do you, David?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like when I was in Bali, I did a lot of videos of sharing what my yoga and meditation techniques are, and I was planning for about the last 2 years to start the online classes, and that's part of it's going to be part of the Wi-Fi Reborn, the reboot, and the Justice League Academy, which that training course said about, when I teach them how to make apps and games, and but it's combined with yoga and meditation and mindfulness, and it's all online training course. So it's going to be kind of like launched at the same time as that, especially now with the lockdown and homeschooling and everything. So it's not just for like people on the spectrum. Obviously, it's specifically, there's modules tailored to autism, which I'm a guinea pig for, but it's also ones for everyone. So it's for like the homeless, unemployed, kids on the streets, all disadvantaged people, basically. So like and it's funny you should mention that as well. Like yesterday was like the Wi-Fi reboot, because I did the 3-hour yoga course, and then after that I did a 15-minute record video. So if you go on my Facebook page, it's a video I did, and I'm going to put it on the Wi-Fi channel as well.
Okay, but yeah. Okay, so what's the page? Yeah, Sam, are you getting this, Sam? David does do online classes. You can go onto his page. Is that right? On Facebook or YouTube? What's the Facebook page, David?
Yeah. So but I think it's facebook.com and then / yoga for autism.
Yoga for autism.
Yeah, so just search for yoga for autism on Facebook. You should find the page. And it's got a website as well. If you go on yogaforautism.org or yogaforautism.com.
Okay.
And I'm about to do some big updates for it, because I've been mostly focused on our world the last year or two, but now I'm about to start pushing yoga for autism again as well. So it's got.
And she contact you on Facebook, David.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go, Sam. You can contact him on. I can't pin the chat, so I'm trying to get some help from. There's some issues today with Restream. What's new? Because I should chat him, but it's not letting me. I can hear you talking. Maybe you do them.
I'll post it on there. Yeah, so I'll post it on the chat as well.
Thank you very much. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Okay, David. For the good of everyone who's on here, including myself, we've got at least 5 people on here at the moment. And it's going on Facebook and it's going on YouTube. So it will be repeated over and over.
That's what I do.
What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to go out and in after you finish, because I think I need to log in again, but I don't want to bring you on again because it's a nightmare. Can you do something with us now? Maybe one of your. God, it's pouring rain out there.
Yeah, it was raining earlier here. It stopped raining now. It's really pouring down the rain. Oh, did you want to do some yoga now? You mean? Do you say? Yeah, could do.
Or something.
Yeah. Sorry. So again, it cut out.
Some kind of breathing exercise, you know, because people. I know about you, but my breathing is not very good at the moment. I've got a lot. My core. It feels like the core from here down to here. If you can you see me?
It was just
from my throat down to my stomach. It's all there's blockages everywhere at the moment. And can we do some breathing? That would be cool.
Right? Yeah, sure.
Here.
Yeah, just like have you heard of like Eckhart Tolle like talks about conscious breathing, and I do that every day as well. That's like,
do that. Okay, conscious breathing.
Especially if you put like your on your hands on your stomach and you just focus on your breath. Just focus on your breath going in and out of your body.
Okay.
And just feel and then yeah, and then just notice your hand on your stomach moving up and down, and then just focus on the like. First of all, don't try to control your breath. Just let your breath be naturally go in and out, and then you can make sure then you start breathing into your stomach and making sure you do a full breath.
Yeah.
Because most people breathe into the chest, and that's why you get anxiety, and especially with autism, like very short of breath. But if you breathe deeply into your stomach, then that tells your brain and your body to relax, because that tells that's your natural breathing cycle. And especially most people in modern society, that no one actually breathes properly anymore. They're all like just shallow breathing in your chest, and that's why people are so stressed. And because when you're doing that triggers the stress, like anxiety, like the fear and flight response. But if you breathe deeply into your stomach, then that triggers the relaxation and releases the endorphins and tells your body to relax and chill out, basically.
Okay, that's what do you want to do that? Do you want to do a bit of stomach abdominal breathing with people?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so if you just like,
okay, guys, we're going to do some abdominal breathing. So at the moment, I'm chatting here to Restream because I cannot seem to pin the comments. There's always something, isn't there? Always something. Okay, but it's amazing to have you here. Okay, let's do some abdominal breathing. The thing is, hang on, I just need to minimize them so I can bring myself on as well. Me, now let's bring us on together. That's me there, I'm the little one. Can you see me?
Teeny, yeah, on my phone.
Now that's me now, maximize.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, now we're going. Hang on. Where am I? Oh, that's me again. There we go. That's both of us. Woo! Okay, let's do it then. As I say, I've got the chat on at the moment. Please wait while we are transferring it. I've tested the chat and it's working. I would need more information. Okay, the chat is working. Just can't pin. I need someone to do technical while I'm. It doesn't matter. We'll carry on, and then I'll go back. I need to do this. Okay, so abdominal breathing, guys. Let's do it. Because 8 people join now. This is amazing, David. We got people joining. Did you send the link to people so they could join?
Yeah. I sent it around quite a lot of people, because basically I published the last interview last night that we did, and on our blog and on Yoga for Autism, and now today and then basically I said I want to see part 2, and join today on the live stream at 2 p.m.
Fabulous.
It's all quite last minute, so like I just kind of just put it out there and to see who joins. And I just trust the universe, kind of thing, and it's all recorded as well. But I think we should do another one, part 3, but like do it like in, I don't know, a week or 2 weeks time, just to give time to like
to circulate. Can I just say that anybody who's on here, please can you subscribe to Moving On TV? Just click the subscription and the notification bell, and so you will know when David's coming on again, or when our programs, whatever programs are coming on, because we do a huge amount, and it's all about ascension now. It's all about ascending the best way we can. Okay, let's do some abdominal breathing. Okay, everyone. So tell us what to do, David.
Yeah, so basically, if you just, like I said, have your hand on your stomach, run your hands on your stomach, and then just breathe slowly through your nose, and then breathe directly into your stomach. So that's called a full breath. So all the way in, and then hold for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then release out through your mouth. Your nose.
That's Facebook Live, okay?
Yeah. So then you just and you just repeat that. So basically breathing through your nose, right into your stomach, and then feel your hand rising on your stomach, and then hold it for 2 to 3 seconds, whatever feels comfortable, and then slowly release it through your mouth, and then repeat, and just do, and you do that for like 10-15 seconds, and you'll automatically relax and ground and come back into your body. And that's quite important with autism. Well, important for everyone, but with autism is really important because it gets quite busy in our heads, because all the energy is up in here, because our third eye and crown chakras are open. We're opposite most people. We need to ground a lot, because we've already, all our higher chakras are lit up. We're connected cosmically, but we're not in our bodies. We have problems grounding. Whereas other people are like in the bodies, and they're working on the Kundalini yoga. They're trying to raise the energy up. But autism is opposite journey. We're trying to bring our energy down, because our energy is already up here.
That is amazing. Okay, so with autism, you have to bring your energy down rather than bring it up. You have to bring. You see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out after the interview with you, so you can. This will be shorter, and then I'll come back with another interview, so you'll be able to send this particular one to people that are interested, because it's such a long day. I'm going to be here till 7:30. Do you see what I mean?
Long day.
Okay, so they're going to be here with the chat. Okay, thank you. So they're going to be here to help me when I come off here. Okay, so let's get rid of it. Okay, great. So this is very important, guys. If you I have autism. Everyone has it. You know, we all have a bit of everything, as you know. That I believe we're all creative. We're all sensitive. We're all starseed light workers. And children, we did talk about this, sensitive children that were sensitive to what we can't say it on YouTube, but you know what I mean, because there's no editing, to what happened to them when they got the needle. But what you're saying is a really important thing to do, is to stay grounded this planet, because we have a tendency to float off up there, don't we?
Yeah, it's so important for everyone, but especially for autism, because that's the mission, is basically to bring the higher energy, because people don't understand, but people with autism are just old souls, or you could say incarnated angels, because they're not used to being in the body, and that's why we have trouble speaking, communicating, struggle with social communication, and because we're used to being telepathic and not having, and that's why we have no boundaries and borders, because we're so open and trusting. Because from the higher dimensions we come from, it's like that's where that's how it was all the time. So there was no like separation. We can completely embody oneness and unity consciousness. That's what we're here to teach: unconditional love and unity. That's what all the things that are people working really hard on, spiritual people to work on. Autism, they already come incarnated like that. And the reason when you get the symptoms, like I said, isn't because of vaccines and stuff. It's because we're so super sensitive. We struggle to be on such a dense planet, like, and in this dense dimension where it's so like ruthless. It's really difficult being here. But now the energies are rising up, and now humanity is basically raising their energy up as well to meet us halfway. So like autism are bringing the energy down, anchor it into the planet, into Gaia, and as humanity reaches up, and we meet in the middle. So we meet in the middle. It's beautiful, and then we all ascend together, and then create a better world. I'm not sure who your target audience is, how much they understand this stuff. But the thing is, I started being more open now. And I used to talk about this when I first started Yoga for Autism, 2013. But now it's like the awakening, the grand awakening, and humanity are going to have to start learning these lessons, and it's the truth. So I only speak the truth. I used to have to hold back a lot, but now I'm not holding back anymore. So I'm just saying it how it is.
Okay, we've got someone on here, David, called Tracy, and she's saying, I've been suffering with a lot of anxiety lately. Good reminder about proper breathing. Thank you. This is amazing. The live stream is amazing because you're making contact directly to people. This is the biggest gift that's been given to Moving On TV the last couple of months, to be able to stream live. Okay, so Tracy, for you as well, we have got some more people that have joined us on Facebook because we're growing, and we've got Stacey Nolan and Steph, and they're watching. This is so cool.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Okay. I've got a couple of friends that I think would really benefit from this because their children are autistic, and I am trying to get them on at the moment because it's so important to help the young generation. But I don't know where they are, but I'm asking them to tune in. But if not, we can send this to them. So as I say, after this, I'm going to cut the transmission. So this will go on separately, just about what you're doing. This is so exciting. Okay, so again, any comments? Yeah, Tracy wants to do some grounding and breathing. Okay, shall we do some grounding and breathing? Tracy, have you have subscribed? I have to keep reminding people, please subscribe to Moving On TV, because that way we're growing, and at some point David and I will get paid.
I don't know, maybe one day.
While I've got you here, you need to know that something very, very exciting is happening with the lottery, and I will talk to you about that another time. But if you want to go for a grant, you can ring them up. Email them. I'll give you the detail. And you can say to them, I want an assistant to do the grant for me. And they will sit there. The lottery will pay them for a couple of days to work with you on your grant. They do everything. I mean, it's so exciting. And you just tell them what you want. Okay? But I'll talk to you about that another time, because I'm trying to bring you on to the projects I'm doing as well, so we can work together. Anyway, let's do some grounding. Thank you, Tracy. Please share as well, guys, because we're growing slowly. What's this? Unable. It says the device is disconnected. This is ridiculous because we are streaming live. I don't understand why it says this. Anyway, you see what I have to deal with? Oh, I've gone.
I can still hear you.
I've gone.
All right, I can still hear you though.
Yeah, my picture's gone. Hang on, it must be the webcam.
Yeah, I think you're still there. I think.
I can't see myself. I can't see myself now. Right, that's weird.
Yeah, this is why we're building the new internet, the new technology that's a lot easier to use. Stuff I build, like it's not more intuitive.
It doesn't matter, because after we finish this one, I'm going to come back on again. So you want to do something with us? Let's do the grounding and the breathing. Okay. So everyone, is it not
now? I can't hear you.
On YouTube? Can you see me on YouTube? No, it's just you, David. Yeah, I can see myself on Facebook. Or is it frozen? No, I can see you. Brilliant.
I think I have to join again because it sounds gone again.
Okay, let's go. Can you not hear me? We've all gone. Okay, I'm going to log back in. Sorry, guys. Got to log back in, I think. Oh, there he is. There you are, David. You're back. Can you hear me? No, he can't hear me. Right. I've got to log back in again.
Not sure you can hear me, but I can't hear anything now.
Okay, let me send you a message. Right. Got to log back in again. Okay, I've got to log back in again. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off because it's playing up.
I don't know. I tried joining again. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Hey, what's happened with the webcam? This is strange. Okay, we're back.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
We're back. There's a different webcam. This is weird. This is mad. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we're back, guys. So, oh, hang on. And is the chat working? Hi.
Yeah.
Telling me to log in all the time and I can't chat. Living on TV chat. Yes, the chat is on. Ah, there you go. Okay, we're back, and for some reason I've got a different webcam. It looks really bad, but you carry on. I'm going to pin you. Forget about me. There you go. Carry on, David. So what we were doing grounding and breathing, weren't we?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I was just gonna. Yeah. Okay. So I was supposed to just kind of what I was saying earlier. So like you start with the deep breathing, like I just said, like breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, and doing full belly breathing down into your stomach. So you have your hand on your stomach and just feel the breath going all the way in and then all the way out, and then hold for like 2 to 3 seconds. And then after you've done that for about a couple of minutes, that'll start automatically bringing you out of your mind into your body and anchoring you into the present moment. And then it's useful to also put attention on different parts of your body, but I find the most effective thing is your feet, because your feet's the furthest thing from your head, and your feet's really good for grounding. And imagine like long roots coming out of my feet deep into the ground, so like rooting you into the earth like a tree. So you picture you're like a tree. And then when you're walking, I found like it's really good practice to, rather than thinking, because the mind's always so busy, especially for autism. When you're walking, imagine roots coming out the bottom of your feet, and then like a tree. So then elastic bands as well from the bottom of your feet. To elastic bands holding your feet to the ground. So there's a lot of background noise just come on, then it's a bit distracting me.
Sorry about that, David. I'll mute myself.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. So just yeah. So what's I saying? Yeah. So basically, so you imagine you're like a tree, and then the other thing you do as well is when you're doing the deep breathing, you can imagine like filling your body with light. So actually breathing in white like luminous light, and then filling your body up with light, and then slowly your body will glow more and more. And then, like I said, you can focus on your feet to start off with, but then focus on every part of your body. So your feet, your legs, your hands, your arms, your stomach, your chest, your head, and then just it's called like a full body scan. and you spend like a few minutes in each part of your body, and then that's really anchors you into your body then. So use a combination of that and your breath. That's really good to do every day. That's great for like grounding you, boosting your immune system, like raising your body's vibration. So if you're ill or feel you're coming down with something, that's a really good way to help speed up the recovery process. So it's really, the breath is a miracle, because the breath is like the gift of life. It's like that is what gives us life. So the breath is the most important thing for everything, for energizing, healing, grounding. So that's why I find the two most effective things is yoga and your breathing. That's like the core stuff for autism, and the power of now, like I said before, where Eckhart Tolle. I really recommend this book to everyone. This book's what turned my life around, and what how it saved my life as well when I lost everything. It was my daughter, and I've been through so many traumatic things in my life, not just the autism, but I've lost a lot in my life, like my health, my money, job, my daughter. One day I'll talk about it all.
Sorry, David, can you hear me? Did you say your daughter?
Yeah, I've got a daughter, like a 10-year-old daughter. I haven't seen since she was 1, unfortunately. I haven't seen her for 9 years.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
It's been quite difficult. Yeah, but that's why I do all this for her as well. I do it for everyone, but the best way to get her back is just to create a better world, because I tried going to court many times, and I used the autism why not fit to be a father. So it's been quite difficult. I kind of got chewed up by the system. So I used to believe the system was fair and just until then, and I realized how corrupt it all is, and it's designed to split families up. And I won't go into all that, but that's why Fathers for Justice exists, because I just want to take children away. And I know a lot of people have gone through the same thing. But I've been told in 2000, when she's 10 years old, which she is now, I'll see her again. So I think I'm going to see it, not going through the courts, but when I'm on TV, when I'm famous, when my projects take off, and our world, Jacob Autism, are set to do that next year now. I feel that's when I can speak to her like April Cornell and say, I'm your dad on TV. And I'm doing it now. I'm moving on TV. So I'm doing like I saw in my visions, but I mean, like on a BBC and thing, one day I'll be on as well. So that's when I get to see my daughter again. So I just want her to know that I never gave up fighting for you. I never gave up fighting. I tried really hard for years and years to get access to you. And I got blocked, spent tens of thousands of pounds, and my health really declined. So then I had to like not let you go, but I had to then redirect my energies and focus on building a better world for you to grow up in, so you don't have to suffer and grow up in the dark world that I grew up in. So you and everyone else don't have to go through all this BS that the rest of us have gone through. So that's what I'm doing for you, and that's what this is on my arm. I'm not sure you can see that. April, it says April and the date of birth, 2nd of August 2010. Oh, this way you're always with me, and you're always in my heart. So I'm always gonna you're always gonna be a part of me.
What happened, David? What happened with you? What, they took your daughter away from you, or what?
Yeah, well, I'm honest, it's a difficult thing to go through. Like it's because like it's back in a long time ago, over like 12-13 years ago, when I was with my ex, along like many, and then this is before I found yoga, before I found meditation. And then this is when I had a basket case. You know, I said I was on medication, antidepressants, anti-anxiety tablets. I was drinking, smoking, weed as well. So I was a mess then. So basically, yeah, I'm not completely innocent. Like I had a lot more anger issues then as well. I was never like never towards my daughter. I was always a really good dad to her and like full of love. But I used to be like argues in front of her, like with my ex, and basically what happened is like I got really taken advantage of in a way, because I was going to self-help group work, anger management courses, and then who recommended the power of now, and I was turning my life around, and then then like the social services got involved, because like even though like I was like healing myself, but the system doesn't care. That the system has no compassion or anything, and it's designed to break families up. But and then my ex had problems as well, and the problem is I was working on myself, healing myself, but she was stuck, and then I won't go for it all. And she had postnatal depression. I had the autism. I was a mess. So it's a complete mess basically. And then I got chewed up by system. So when I went to court, I couldn't afford a solicitor. So my ex had a really good solicitor. I used to be Keynesian friend because I couldn't afford it. And then I thought there's no way. I was so confident I'd see my daughter again. So I was a good dad, and I thought there's no reason why I wouldn't let a father see your daughter. But I was naive then, and I thought the system's fair, and it clearly isn't.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they twisted everything and made me out to be a monster. Like, I had all stuff on paper.
Well, is this because of the autism?
Yeah, but also, and also because then I had like an expert in quotes, because she had a degree in psychology, did an interview with me and an assessment, and then it was nothing. And she wrote a report about me. It's nothing about me, it's David Ellams. It was about like the textbook of what autism is. They're saying like I don't have any empathy or anything, and I couldn't address her needs because I couldn't relate to her. And then you say I have got no empathy. Then look at what I'm doing for the world. Look what I sacrifice. I sacrifice my health to live with autism.
Okay,
and I got more empathy than the person writing that report, clearly. And that's the problem. And then the judge, it's all one-sided, and it's all because she had a better solicitor, and the system was just rigged against me, basically. I'm not going to go into the victim about it all, but I had to let it all go, and I forgive my ex. I forgive my ex, and she's not my greatest teacher, but it's all part of my life path kind of thing, because I was meant to be single and like focus more on my mission. Because if I was a full-time dad, think about it, I wouldn't have had much time to do my projects, because I've done a lot, and there's still a lot more to do, and so I had to have this gap for my inner growth to learn to surrender, to grow inner strength, to trust the process, find the power of now, and so it's all planned out. So we'll have a soul plan, and so I'm not angry. I've let it all go now. I've forgiven it all, and it's made me the person I am today. It's made me the Superman I am today. It wasn't. Okay, David. Wasn't taken from me, then I wouldn't have got that. Wouldn't have got to where I am today.
Thank you, David. Thank you, David. Thank you. We spoke about this before, how people have gone through starseeds like us, have gone through a lot of hell. We've gone through difficult lives, and that was a very, very, very difficult experience for you. And yet, you look how amazing you are. So how did you get
amazing?
Okay, how did you get past the experience of your child being taken away from you because of the fact that they said you were not suited to be a dad? How did you get past that? Because this is very important to tell other people who are struggling. Thank you, Tracy. Such a shame. Yeah, we know the system is complete, and that's what we're fighting against. But we've all gone through all this pain in order to be able to help others. And so this is what you do. You use the power of now. So do you want to talk a little bit about Bartoli and the power of now? And
So basically, that meditation technique I was telling you about, I adapted it from Eckhart Tolle from this book, because when I lost my daughter, and then when I burnt out as well, and I was like bedridden and I couldn't walk and talk for like 4 months, and it took me 2 years to be able to get back to work again. That book, like Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, that saved my life, and it's all about being present in the here and now, and not worrying about a past you can't change, or a future might not happen yet. And the true freedom, salvation is in the present moment, and that's what I had to learn. And through suffering, the more you suffer, the more intense you suffer, it's like the more you're resisting. But that's also an opportunity to become enlightened, to let it all go. And that's what happened to me. It's like the greatest teachers and healers in the world are the ones who've been through the most trauma and suffered the most. And I've been through more than my fair share in my life. Like one day I write a book about my life and called A Superhero Journey. And films made about it, but yeah, that book is what the biggest thing. That and yoga. So like I said, yoga and the power of now. I just did yoga daily, meditation, and practicing being completely present and being just aware of my body. And I slip in and out of those two states again, like kind of like I have to practice it all the time. It takes hours and hours a day, but especially for me, I've got a very strong mind, and I've been through a lot of trauma, so it was a lot more work. But it was worth it. And then sometimes I slip again a little bit when I'm focused more on the computer and programming a lot, like it's been lately. And now I'm coming back full circle again. It's funny we're having this interview now, because now I'm just getting back into really practicing it again and reading the book again. Because I've been quite depressed and honest for the last year or so, on and off, because I lost my twin flame in Bali. I had heartbreaks. I had double heartbreak. Lost my daughter, lost the girl of my dreams, was going to marry, my fiance, and a lot. I had no money, my health. You know how it was. It's every area, my career, my projects, everything tanked. like an investment supposed to get fell through many times, and people were supposed to be helping my projects abandoned me. Just like tons of stuff happened, and I've just been like basically having to bring these projects into the world on my own. I've been trying to build a team for 7-8 years for Yoga for Autism and Our World, but I've been struggling to find it, and I think that's part of my mission as well. Because think about Superman, he's in the fortress of solitude, and that's where he learns to become Superman. He's not got a team around him. He's on his own. That's why it's called the fortress of solitude. And that's where I learned to become Superman. So I realized now it's my soul path. Like I wasn't meant to have the support until now. Now
okay,
trying to train clear vision.
David,
now the team is going to come in on the funding.
Thank you. Yeah, the team is coming in. You've got a comment here. You sound like you've been doing amazing work on yourself, David. Well done. That's fantastic. I think you should do a regular program here on Moving On TV. We'll do the David Ellams show. And you can do whatever you want, you know, teach people how to get past things, because this is a positive show. As you said, I've got to eat, because I haven't eaten anything. As you said, the power of now. Can you give us an example? How do you use it? So say someone is completely new. God, I hate this. They've given me another webcam. Sorry about this. This is ego. Say you've got a human being, someone is completely new to all this stuff, David, and they've got a label like ADD, ADHD, autism, whatever, it doesn't matter, PTSD. How do you use the power of now to come into the moment and not let the mind run away with you? So give us an example, like a little exercise or something that you would do.
Yeah, sure. Like the first most effective way is like the breathing I said early on. So you just do the deep breathing, like grounding into your body, and then the body awareness. That's one way. You know, I just did about when you focus on your feet and your legs, and just bring your attention into that, because that anchors you into the present moment automatically, and it stops the mind. And the other way is on top of that is also when you're just watching your thoughts, becoming a watcher, become present of your thoughts, and and see them as like passing clouds. Don't engage with them. Don't get attached to them, and just becoming aware of what you're feeling in your body and what your thoughts are. And by bringing that awareness in, then another state of presence has entered automatically. That is your conscious presence. That's like the watcher. So then you're watching the mind, and then you're not taken over by your thoughts. You're not taken over by emotions, because what happens is we identify with our thoughts and we identify with emotions. We think we are the anger, we are that sad thought, but we're not. We're like your natural state is joy and unconditional love and peace, and we could call it the peace of God. And that's your soul, basically. That's your soul doesn't get depressed or angry or sad. It's always happy. It's always full of love and happy. And that's our natural state. And it's only the mind and then the body's reaction to the mind, which is the emotions. And the emotions follow the mind, your thoughts, that then pull you away from that natural state of peace and bliss. So it's just becoming aware of that and not being identified with it. So it's like doing the daily yoga practice, the daily mindfulness practice. Like I said, when you're washing your hands, feel the water on your hands. Feel the wind on your face, feel the sunshine on your face, feel your feet on the ground when you're walking, when you're going up and down the steps. Just remember to focus on your breath going in and out, your feet on the floor, the sounds around you, the sights. Don't label, don't judge them. Just be present. Just be aware of them without your mind labeling everything. Like, so before your mind labels, you're already aware of it. There's awareness that's beyond the mind. So the mind is just like your computer kind of thing, and it's a very powerful tool, and it's great for programming or other tasks. But when it takes control and it runs away with itself, it becomes a monster. Then that's when you start having problems, because the mind doesn't understand love or compassion and peace. It's just a computer, really. It doesn't really have emotions. The emotions come from your heart and your body, and also beyond that, which is like your soul. And all you got to do is quieten down the mind to be able to feel it and feel and hear that inner peace and inner natural state of joy. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. That's basically summarizing Eckhart Tolle's teachings, basically. But I really recommend checking out his book, and he's got a YouTube channel as well, and he's doing some special awakening through adversity with the COVID lockdowns and stuff. He's doing like a whole new like meditation series right now. So, and he's like the master. He's just like, yeah, he's my Superman. He's one. He gets me through the tough times. So yeah, I hope that helps. I think I summed it up quite well. And also just don't resist what is. Like when things are happening, don't resist and fight it, because resisting what is, you're fighting life. So you just got to say yes to life, not say no. It might not be how you want it to go, but by fighting it, like say you're late. So I used to be like this, a lot of anxiety being late for something, and I get stressed out, or you didn't get the interview or whatever it is. But by clinging to that, resisting that, you're creating that inner disharmony, and you're creating that stress, and that stress isn't going to make it any better. It isn't going to change the situation. It isn't going to make you be on time, or isn't going to like give you a different result. But your reaction is how you deal with it. So you just got to accept it and say yes. And then because it's just going to affect your health, and it's a thing called law of attraction. So if you like then are resisting and fighting life and being negative, the universe and the life will give you more of that. Will give you more resistance, more things to be negative about. But if you let it go and be positive, in a positive state of mind, and then you let things just flow through you and just and always be positive, then you attract more positive things into your life. And it's not easy said than done, but practice makes perfect, and I have to keep practicing it all the time. But once you get used to it, then it gets easier and easier. You just got to be disciplined. Even just doing like 10-minute yoga, 10-minute breathing every day, and just watch your mind and your thoughts, and watch your feet when you're walking. You know, just whenever you remember, kind of thing. Because the mind is quite clever, and it will try to always come in a little back door and try to trick you into identifying with it again. But you just got to be present, and the more presence you build, and the easier it becomes, and the more you're aware of it. There you are again, those thoughts, those negative thoughts, and you just laugh at it, and you're like, haha, you're not going to trick me again. Yeah. And then you just come back into your heart space. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. And can you still hear me? Hopefully, I've been talking quite a lot. Oh, the sound's gone again. I hope you heard me. 1 second. Why is the sound keep going?
I'm muted. Okay, can you hear me now? Oh, he's back. He's back.
There we go.
We lost you there for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything you're saying again. The sound went.
David, you know what? To me, the gift that you are giving the world is people are struggling so much, and you found your dream, I found my dream, and that's what keeps me in balance. That's what gets me up every day, because we feel we're here for humanity. We're here to do a good job to help humanity have a better life. So I want you to, again, just do a very quick little breathing session with anyone who's on here at the moment, because if anyone's got anyone in your life at the moment that is struggling and can't cope with what's going on, because we can see beyond, we know that it's all good, and we know that everything is getting, we know all the silver linings, and we know that we're winning. But there are a lot of people out there that are watching the media, and they need something, a tiny technique, as you said. When you say to someone, like I say, if you say it to me, I know what you're talking about. Whatever you do, you're in the now. This is a table, I can feel it. Touch assist. This is, I can feel my skin. You use all your modalities. I can hear my voice. What does it sound like? Yada, yada. But you're talking to someone who's been doing this work for God knows how long. Now we want to appeal to, say, someone who's got a child who's autistic. And we have got people like that. And they should really be on here, but they're not. And so how can they help, for example, a child that is going through an autistic episode, for example? What would be the best thing to do with them? Would you know?
It depends what age they are. So like, if they're like, if you can like talk to them, then the best thing to do is like just mention like oh, is it that monster inside you? Just say like oh, you could use a monster, or you could use a different name for it, kind of thing. Just say like your thoughts or that feeling inside, and just basically make it into more fun way of what I was explained earlier about being aware of what they're feeling inside, and that negative thoughts, and say, oh, that monster or whatever it is coming again, and not to listen to it, basically, and just to focus on the breath, and just come and just bring awareness into it. Because bringing awareness into it and just having attention on that is what transmutes it, and then that sort of stops the meltdown, kind of thing. It's like a pattern interrupt. It's like a circuit breaker. Just breaks out of that vicious cycle, because your thoughts are like driving your emotions, and then emotions cause that negative energy in your body, and then that feeds the negative thoughts. So it's a vicious cycle, and then the mind and body feed each other, and you just got to break that circuit, break that cycle. So you just got to or like another way is like you do laughter, or you can just distract them with something else. You know, maybe something funny, like a joke, or something they like to do. And yeah, but it depends on the age, like what level they like can rationalize with what, if they can understand what you're trying to explain.
Okay. Sorry, David. I'm muted. Yeah. So, for example, as you say, it depends on the age of the child, obviously. But say you're dealing with a child, say about the ages between 5 and 9. Say, take where they're totally aware. A 7-year-old is already, a child that is already formed. They're not a baby anymore. They're, you know what I mean? So how would you deal with, say, this child is having some kind of episode, and you don't know what to do with them? Oh, my webcam's gone now because it's not connected. You see, sometimes it's common sense. So I think people can hear us now. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right. So yeah, we're on watch. We're on the watch part as well. So it's going a lot all over the place. So yeah. So as I say, I know people that have children, David, that they don't, they find it difficult, and yet you are doing so well. So can we take you back a bit? Okay, let's take you back to when you were a kid. Okay. So how was the outer world to you as a kid? How does an autistic child, again, with that, I hate labels, but we can only talk about this with a label, can't we? How does a very sensitive child with a label understand the world out there? And what's the best way for a parent or for someone to be able to interact, or to help them to come back into balance it? Because isn't it true that one of the things about autism is, I can see you, don't look at me, you look away from me, I can see your eyes. Is that?
No, I can't see. I don't know where you are. No, I'd look at you, but I just it's because I'm looking at the screen.
Okay, let me put myself back. Okay, so I'll put my.
I'm not sure I can't see where to look.
Hey. There I am. Who's the third person? We've got a third person here. I don't know who that is. Can you see me? I'm above.
Yeah. So I'm.
Okay.
I never used to make eye contact. Like I said, but before I did all the yoga and self work on myself, I couldn't even talk. I was stuttered and I didn't make any eye contact, and then I went from like being like really stuttered and introverted, not talking, to doing like public talking at yoga shows, the Yoga show and or the Autistic show. And if you look at Yoga for Autism website, there's some old videos when I used to do like shows in Manchester, in London, and then I do like public talking. And the first public talk I did was like the hardest thing I've ever done. Like, and you see how I improved over time, because I'm still working on the communication stuff. But I never used to be able to like make any eye contact, and then I was doing this public talking, which is like the most terrifying thing someone with autism could do to an audience. And I found the best thing to do was just talk from the heart, and that's what I was about to say for the children. Like it's just talking from the heart, because when it's reading from a presentation or a script from the mind, then it's not more difficult, and I start stuttering again. But when you're just talking the heart, people could feel my passion and my love for what I'm talking about, and that's what people loved at the shows. How it's a positive message I was talking about, rather than a negative stigma that everyone's all talking about autism, like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you won't have a job. And that's why I created a training course to give them all jobs as well. So I was like, right, I can help you, like, teach you meditation, yoga, mindfulness, train you up how to make apps and games, and make it how to make apps and games, and then give you all jobs. Because I'm just going to solve this, because I thought someone needs to step up. I was like, I've got fed up with all the negative, like all this, you can't do this, you can't do that, and I just want to prove the world wrong. I was like, no, I can do this. The more someone told me I can't do something, the more I push back and say, well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to prove you all wrong. And that's what I've done. So now I just want to share that with everyone else.
Okay, well, you're frozen again, but it is coming across. It's interesting because you're not frozen on Facebook, but you're frozen on Restream. So anyway, it's absolutely brilliant what you're saying, David. And thank you so much for coming on here. You've got so much to teach and so much to say. And I am trying, I don't know, we've got another person on here now, except as well as you. I don't know who it is, because...
Oh, it's me, probably.
It's you again, but it's not
me. It's two me. It's two me's. It's DE.
There's two you.
Yeah, because that's my computer. That's my digital twin. Because on my computer, I haven't got a webcam and microphone, but I've got a bigger screen. So I can see, but on phone, I got the phone and mic. That's why I use my phone for the camera and microphone. And the other one, DE, is the other me. The face me. The digital me.
We've got great example, David. So I think we've got a lot of information there, and I want to put it out, as I say, separately, and then come back so people can just watch this interview about autism. And I personally would love for you and me to do a show together. So, like maybe a regular weekly show. How would you feel about that? Oh my God, I'm putting you on the spot here, aren't I?
Yeah, no, that'd be good. Like, yeah, and then can see it. I think I've got a lot to share. So, yeah, I make time for it. Like, I think it'd be good. Like, because always it's like I've got my time pressured, but I think it's time. Like you said, I need to get the message out there. Got a lot to share, and I've been 7 years preparing for this, so I really got to like sort of step up now, kind of thing. I think the world's got to start hearing the message, and that's my role. That's the thing. My projects, the technology I'm building, like, is only a teeny fraction. My biggest role is to bring inspiration, is to embody it and to live, to go for the challenging, like all of us have, and all of us are superheroes. And it's kind of like to inspire and empower people, and to like that's the thing. That's how people can relate. Because if you just showed up, like, had a really great life and you had all the superpowers, and people can't relate to you. But if you like down in the trenches, and you kind of lived and bled and was one of the people and had to go through all the same challenges, then people can relate to you, and they look up to you and respect you more, because you're talking from experience rather than just talking from a textbook. You're actually practicing what you preach, kind of thing. So now I understand why, like, same with all of us, why we've all been put through so much, because now we're about to start stepping up into the world to heal and teach the world what we've got to teach. But we had to go through it all first, as an example.
So, and I just think it's so exciting. I'm humble to you and honored to meet you, because I never was diagnosed with such a serious spectrum, label. I have my own issues, but you have just done such amazing work. And next time you come back, we're going to talk about the game. Okay, we're going to talk about the avatar. We'll come back again. As I say, I'm really excited to bring you back again. next week onto I've Got Life. Or we can even create our own show. We could talk about this, David, but
Yeah.
it's just good to have you back, like a co-presenter, maybe even, where we could bring people on, they can ask you questions, and it's all about sharing. Everything's about sharing, and we are here in order to do our job. This is our job, to bring the light. And the web changed now, which means, you know, we've got more people watching. So anyway, what are you up to today? What are you going to be doing today? Anything exciting?
Well, today I've got to get some work done, kind of thing. I'm working for another company. I've kind of got a part-time job I just started with Seeds. I'll talk about it more next time. That's the technology side of the part, and that's like the new economy, and that's basically it's going to replace the current financial system with Seeds, and it's about a regenerative economy. When you get rewarded, when you do good and help people in the world, you get Seeds, which is a form of it's like a cryptocurrency called Seeds. And you go and join seeds.com, you can check out more. And kind of working with them, and I'm integrating that into our world and into the Races API, which is the technology stuff I can talk about more next time. So, but I've got basically work to do for them, because yesterday was all yoga all day and meditation. I had a massive yoga meditation day yesterday, so today I've got to get a bit of work done, because I've got a meeting tomorrow morning with them, and I've got to tell them the progress. So I've got to like have some progress to show them. I just want to say I just want to end with one thing. Like, you asked me earlier about the children, and I was just thinking, what else would be really effective? And basically the answer is the same thing for everyone, is love, and just give them a hug. Just tell them you love them, hug them, and kiss them on the forehead, and say you love you, I love you. And I think that will also snap them out of it. That's what, for me, all I ever wanted was a hug and someone to tell me they love me. And I never felt I got that when I was growing up. It's like, not my parents' fault, because they were 80s, you know, in the 80s I grew up, and things were different then, and they thought like they taught the wrong thing about the answer was to not pander to our needs. But no, the child needs to feel loved and needs to feel like they're there and care, and people only act out when I don't feel loved. And that's what the whole problem the world we're in is, because people aren't getting enough love. So you need to love and accept people how they are, and I never felt loved or accepted or understood. And that's what's been the hardest thing. So yeah, I think that's for everyone. Just give everyone a hug and tell them you love them, and that'll solve nearly every problem in the world. Instead of fighting all the time.
Yes, hugging. So thank you so much, David. And before you go, just quickly, shall we just do a grounding and breathing? Let's do a quick grounding. Oh God, I can't talk. Grounding and breathing, and then we'll send you on your way. Because I'm quite excited now, because hopefully we've got a dancer coming on tonight, Natasha, because I was going to have to leave early today, but now something has got postponed. So hopefully we've got a dancer coming on. That's going to be exciting. And of course, that is going to ground you.
Yes, and dancing too. I have got to say, dancing is everything I love. Swimming in the sea, yoga, and dancing. They're my favorite three things.
Okay, let's quickly, so put your hands on, let's do that together. Let's put our hands on our stomach, close our eyes, and just do some grounding. So basically, you want to feel that you've got roots coming out of the bottom of your feet, and they're connecting to the ground really, really deeply. So go deep, deep, deep. And that keeps you really, really grounded. Okay. And then you breathe from the belly. Like a singer, you open up, up, up. And then and again, put your hand on your belly. Imagine it's like an accordion, and it's opening up, up, up. I should really play the accordion on me. I haven't done it for a while. And then out. And open it like an accordion. And out. Now we ask for the protection of the angels and love. And I always love the violet flame. Absolutely love the violet flame. I work with the violet flame all the time. As for the protection of Saint Germain, I don't know about you, but I can now see beautiful violet flame everywhere. It's very fast for me. And so, but like you, it's very important for me to be grounded. If you can hear my feet, grounded. I float off so quickly back to my planet. And I'm singing, when I'm really in the body, when I'm singing from every part of me, which I'll do after this, it grounds me. You know, when I'm singing, it's a bit like I'm totally in the moment. And I think the happiest times I had yesterday was one of the happiest days, because I was doing all my own show and I had audiences and people were coming on and enjoying the singing. You know, again, it's unusual for me to get audiences. It's so exciting. I mean, we've got people on YouTube, we've got people on Facebook, we've got Jane Randall, we've got Steph Strecker, Harry Tiger on the watch party, and we've got people. We've got Sam, and we've got Samantha, and we've got what's we got? Tracy, and I don't know who else because it doesn't always show up. But we've got about 5 or 6 people, and it's so exciting. Apart from people that are on Facebook, Geza. I love you. There, send them away. Geza Tarjani, our wonderful freedom fighter, is on. He's watching. But this is David Ellams, and he's teaching us how to stay calm and breathe and stay calm. Anyway, it's wonderful to have you, David. I'm going to go now because I've got to go and take a bit of breathing space for me. Gotta go and get a drink and stay grounded. So we will have you back next week, please, God. And talking about your game.
And just to talk to the audience, as a third part of my my mission, like is the yoga, the technology, and also I'm a freedom fighter as well. I've got a truth blog as well, truthiseverywhere.org, and I haven't done that part for a while, so that's why I'm
what
very.
Is it? What is it? Can you give me?
The truthiseverywhere.org. I put it on your chat. The truthiseverywhere.org. That's my truth warrior thing, but I hadn't had time to do that much for a while. And I'm called the messenger on there.
The truthiseverywhere.org. That's David's blog. But today we're here to talk about yoga for autism. Because Geza on, and Geza, I nearly got arrested twice because of our interview. That's another story. The Boys in Blue program. Yeah. 4 a.m. in the morning. The singing police came along. The singing. Can you believe it? They said singing. So there you go. Anyway, that's how, but they're gone now because the vibration's too high. They can't come near me.
Yeah, what happened? What did you do? An interview, was it? And then you said some things that keywords probably.
Yeah. We won't say. Anyway, love you lot, David. Take care, sweetheart. Send this everywhere. And I'll see you next week. Okay, take care.
Love you lots. Bye.
Bye, darling. Bye-bye. Okay, that was David Ellams. And I've got to sort out the webcam because this one is rubbish. And before you know it, you won't be able to see me at all because it's the one connected to the laptop. I love you guys, and join me at 4 o'clock. I will be coming back about half an hour. Join me for Anne Sarah Gallagher and Sarah's Hope. I'm going to leave now and come back because, as I said, I need to sort out the webcam because this is not a good one. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Please sign on to Moving On TV if you haven't yet. Love you lots. Bye. Leave now and come back because, as I said, I need to sort out the webcam because this is not good.
A YouTube channel as well, and he's doing some special like awakening through adversity with the COVID lockdowns and stuff. He's doing like a whole new meditation.
Yeah. Before we go, I'll sing a song that's actually apt. Love you lot. This song from Oliver. Oh, okay, let's go for it. Let's sing it with the artful dog.
Meet Darren from Faith in Nature. When demand increased, they secured funding to source more ingredients for their 100% vegan products. Can you be ethical and successful? Naturally. Lloyd's Bank, by the side of business.
The true Superman.
All right then, lads. The first thing you can do for me is get to work. We can't have you lying about here all day. There's rich pickings on them streets.
Oh, but faggot, we was all going to see the hanging.
Oh, don't worry, my dear. You'll be hanging yourself in time. Say, Nancy, how many better get going before Bill wakes up?
Nah, yeah, you're right. You listen, Oliver. Be careful.
Let's try this one. They don't know it's true. Someone very well with it. We'll be back soon. But they don't know it's true. Someone very well with it. We'll be back soon. Oh, I'm very well with it. We'll be back soon. I've got to go and sort out the webcam.